doesn't matter. It matters as much as that you have to be careful and not to violate the prohibition. But the essence of this thing still is connected to God, and by staying away from that's what's forbidden, you're really exposing the innermost point, even in the things that are evil. So there's love in this thing, so then you have to take that love and serve God with it. That's true with every attribute that the person lives with. Not only love, fear, even everything, anger, whatever it is, anything that person feels, he has to sublimate that to God and show how it's all ultimately united in that unity of God. When you do that, you're connecting to the root of everything in the world, and then you're lifting up the sparks. Meaning you bring things back, the broken pieces, bringing back to make the world fixed again. That's what we're talking about the menorah. The menorah had 7 branches. And the 7 midos, the 10 spheres, the first 3 are the brains, and the lower 7 of the midos are the attributes. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yisod, Malchus. So these are the ways that the world serves God. V'heim Sheva Midas, Zeh Zayin Kanei Menorah. That's what's represented by the 7 branches of the menorah that was in the temple. That we're not allowed to make such a menorah outside the temple. So we see later in Numbers, chapter 8, verse 2, Midas. What does it mean, lift up the candles? Lift up, when Aaron would go and light the candles, the high priest. Midas lavid behem esabari means that it doesn't say light them, it's lift them up. You have to lift up all the 7 midos. The 7 attributes, the 7 ways that people react and the world reacts and the world acts. You have to lift them all up and reveal how they're all one in God. What do you mean? To the face of the menorah, against the face of the menorah. Menorah is ala shchine. The menorah is hinting to the divine presence. Which is illuminating these 7 attributes. Shivas and Eres. That's going to illuminate the 7 candles, meaning the 7 midos, that when we recognize God and everything. And it says specifically the Shechina, which is Malchus in this world, that everything is all unified. From the top to the bottom, it's really all one. Make sure, that's what it says, you should, when you make the menorah, you should make sure to yourself, Teyasa HaMenorah, right? You're supposed to make it pure gold, hammered out. The menorah should be made. Yurecha, its base, what does it mean? What does it mean that it's make sure that this should unify? It's going to be beaten out of one piece of gold, meaning that everything is unified in this world back to God, like we said before. What does it mean? Until its base. Ahavah sheb'ze'olam udvar mutarim asher h'mromis b'reicha t'hainu sefer madrega. That's what it says. Until its base means that's the love in this world for things that are permitted. That's hinted to in the base of the menorah, the Hainu Sefer Madrega. That's the lowest level. Kakasov. It says in Genesis 1:26, Nasadum Tzalmeni. It says, should make a man in our image. Meaning this world, that the whole world came to make the man from the lowest to the highest. Ad Pircha. Until it blossoms in the end of the menorah. The Hainu Panimi is me'ahavah, the innermost point of the love, of filu davar asa, even if something's prohibited, kipir cheloshin davar neifel. That's talking about something that fell down. That's the blossom, the hainu shenof lahavah davar asa, that this high concept of love fell down into something that's prohibited. Zeo pircha. Why is it called pircha? The blossom reish peches nitzaitzin. So we say that there's this idea that when the vessel shattered, the heavenly vessels, and had all these sparks, all these broken pieces, there were 288 pieces, sparks. Kol ela habus tzarich adam l'davek v'barbacha. All of these loves, a person also has to attach back to God. It means that if someone is involved in a type of love for something that's prohibited by the Torah, he has to overcome that and bring that back